Good morning, my friend. What a weird morning this has been so far. But I'm here. This is hour 7 of the 24 hours of action, where every day is just a little peek inside my process of creating content with an emphasis on consistency and action, not perfection. Every day I dedicate 1 hour to creating a podcast episode, a blog post, and a YouTube video. All happens between the hours of 4:45 a.m. and 5:45 a.m. Pacific time in the United States of America. So I had a different plan. I had to make a pivot this morning. I originally had a guest scheduled, and due to technical difficulties, we were unable to get that going, and I had to make a really quick decision for a plan B. I do have a list of topics that I can pull from, but I certainly wasn't planning on speaking on this topic this morning, but guess what? Here I am. That's what's one of the cool things about the 24 hours of action and just about doing a podcast every morning with no editing and no second guessing, is that I just have to push record and off I go. So this morning I want to talk about the importance of routines, particularly morning routines, and the impact that it can have on achieving goals. And the biggest theme, I guess, from my morning routine is elimination of choice. And while elimination of choice sounds like elimination of freedom, it's exactly the opposite, in my opinion. When I wake up in the morning, especially right now, because right now I'm waking up at 4:30 a.m. to be at my desk at 4:45 a.m. And so I've got exactly 15 minutes to take a shower and get dressed, get my breakfast, and get my behind in this chair. And really, if there's at any point along those 15 minutes, if I'm having to think about what I'm going to do next, there's no way that I get to the chair at 4:45. So the elimination of choice is critical for me. And one of the choices that I have chosen to eliminate in my morning is what I'm going to wear. I wear basically the same thing every day, and it sounds boring, but it's surprisingly liberating. I have 15 t-shirts. 5 are black, 5 are gray, 5 are white. I choose one of those every morning, I actually choose one of those every evening, and I set all my clothes out for the morning. When I get out of bed, I walk down the hallway, my clothes are in the bathroom. I take a quick shower, I'm dressed. I wear one of 2 pairs of jeans and one of 2 sweatshirts every day, and I just do a decent amount of laundry, or I do laundry in terms of frequency. I do quite a bit of laundry, but it's not very much. It's actually just the same few things over and over. But that really helps me out a ton, and in not having to think about what I'm going to do next in terms of my morning routine. I have the same breakfast. I have the same thing. I have a green smoothie. It's got mangoes, it's got spinach, and it's got bananas. And I make it the night before I go to bed, and it's waiting for me in the fridge. So all I do, I literally just do a quick walk by the fridge, reach in, grab my smoothie on my way to my office here, and I am ready to go. I have nothing to think about in that 15 minutes. So what does your morning routine look like? What are you doing every single day to eliminate choice from your life and to get that time back, time you could be spending on your goals, time you could be spending on sleeping, time you could be spending with your kids, on anything. Think about just that whole concept of elimination of choice, because like I said, it's shockingly liberating. And the downsides, the things you lose, like for example, I lose, a decent amount of ability to put together different outfits for work, whatever. I got over that in about a day and a half, because I realized the time I was getting back, the freedom I was getting back, the peace of mind of not having to worry about what I'm going to wear day to day was way better than not having, this variety of clothes in my closet. So just chew on that for a little bit, and just think of ways in your life to eliminate choice, and not just in your morning routine, in your day-to-day routine, weekly, monthly routines with your work, with family. Just there's always opportunities to streamline, to become more efficient, and really think of the opportunity cost of doing something that you value. Like for example, having a variety of outfits. There's some value in that. I understand it, but the trade-off for me is getting a lot of time and freedom and just headspace and bandwidth to do other things. And in my opinion, so worth it. Okay, my friend, I'm going to write this up real quick in a blog post and get this baby up live. 24hoursofAction.com. That's where you can head over to see all the content that I've created over the last 7 days now. And I really hope you jump on that mailing list. And I absolutely love hearing from listeners, and I love being able to talk about the topics that you are the most interested in, and those come from email subscribers. And like I said, we did have technical difficulties this morning with a guest, but I do have several slots open on my calendar for anyone who would like to join me for just a few minutes one of these mornings over the next 17 remaining days of action. I'd love to hear from you and let your voice be heard right here on the podcast. All right, my friend, happy Tuesday, and we'll talk to you in the morning. Bye.